This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm delighted joined by BJ Flores here in Tampa. BJ, firstly, how are you?
Good, just focused, locked in.
BJ, firstly, I just wanted to get your initial reaction to Tommy Fury dropping out. I mean, obviously Tyron stepping in at short notice. For yourself, how did that change plans and what did you make of the entire situation?
I mean, Tommy's a very different opponent than Tyron, so obviously we had to make adjustments, and we've made those, so it's fine. Jake's ready for whoever; it doesn't really matter. We weren't really too locked in on Tommy, to be honest with you. We're ready. I didn't think he was going to show up for the fight. I was like, I'll be surprised if this fight happens, but I kind of was on the same thing Tyron was saying he was on. I didn't really actually believe it till he showed up. So it doesn't matter who we fight, but Tyron's ready, or Jake's ready for Tyron, and we made adjustments, and we're ready to show that on Saturday night.
Everybody in the team who I've spoken to have echoed those same words. They never expected Tommy to turn up come fight night. Can I ask where those suspicions originally came from?
Sometimes the dogs that bark the loudest, they don't really have much back there. And I'm not saying he was hurt or not hurt or whatever, but people fight through injuries a lot. Like, that was the one opportunity he got to fight Jake, and whether he fights him or not again in the future, I don't know, honestly. So we move on, we go on into what's next, and I just feel like, I don't know, I think the moment was maybe too big for him, whatever it was, I don't know. So we'll see what happens in the future, but we're just focused on Tyron now. We're not even worried about Tommy. So.
Just a final one on the all then. Do you think that fight is dead in the water? There's no chance on it being looked at again going into 2022?
I don't think so. I think it was a waste of time in the first place. I like Tommy as an opponent, but I always kind of questioned whether it would ever happen. So we'll see what happens with that. But at the same time, I'm not even worried about him. We're only worried about Tyron. Next year we got other fights that are way, 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 way bigger names than Fury. So we're not even worried about that.
So moving right from that and on to this weekend, Tyron Woodley stepping in for the second time. How much of a different bout do you expect to see between Jake and Tyron come Saturday night?
It's going to be a different fight. Yeah, Jake's improved in some areas. We made some adjustments after that fight, so it's going to be a different fight. But I expect Tyron to come in tough. I expect him to come in ready. But to be honest with you, once the bell rings, it'll be obvious that he hasn't been working the same way we've been working. So Jake will get out there and establish himself, establish his left hand, start touching him, finding the range, and then looking to set him up with power shots in third, fourth, fifth round. So, but I expect Tyron to come out tough.
Tyron said he's going to come out more aggressive. He sees this as a continuation of the first fight, so this is the ninth round for him, not the first round. Does that play into Jake's favour?
Yeah, it does. And the more aggressive, the better, honestly, because he'll walk into more shots. It's going to be more difficult for him. Of course, there's the danger of him, landing that shot, but Jake can also land the shots too. So I feel like this fight's going to end in a knockout. The first fight, there wasn't really much to see on Tyron. We've been able to look at his film and see what he does well, and he does some things well, and how to take those things away. And I think it gives us a lot better opportunity to prepare for someone now that we've seen him.
BJ, in the first fight, Jake said he wanted to stop Tyron then. He's spoken openly about he felt he would stop him in the first fight. Is he putting more pressure on himself by continuing with those comments saying that he believes he will stop him this time around?
No, there's no pressure. As long as we win, it doesn't matter. If the knockout comes, it comes. We're never looking for it. Like you tell a baseball player to hit a home run, and he won't hit a home run. But you tell him to hit doubles and triples and drive the ball, and that's how he hits home runs. So Jake learned the hard way last time, trying to go for the knockout, trying to land the big shot. And he realizes now we went back to the drawing board and made some adjustments, and that's not how you get the knockout. With tough guys, you got to put numbers, and you got to be consistent, and you got to stay within your game plan. And we got away from that in the first fight quite a bit, so we'll be more consistent this time.
One thing I forgot to ask you when the Tommy fight was announced at a press conference was in the fourth round when Jake was pushed against the ropes and looked like he was hurt. What went through your mind then?
Nothing. I saw that Jake shot a punch and was kind of off balance, and he got caught. It was a good shot. I'm not taking anything away from Tyron on the punch. It was a good shot, but Jake wasn't hurt. He was off balance when he got hit, so it appeared that he was. He stumbled back. It looked good, and gave Tyron the round. But at the end of the round, Jake caught Tyron with a good right hand in the end and stood him up really, really, really straight. And, Tyron was more hurt than Jake was with that one shot. But it's like, it doesn't matter. Jake's got a good chin. I know that. And Jake could take punches, so I'm not worried.
BJ, final thing. Earlier on in this interview, you said you're looking at bigger names than Tommy next year. Can you elaborate? Can you tell me who you're considering?
Nope. We're only worried about Tyron. We've got to worry about Tyron. Then after Tyron, we'll go to the drawing board. So nothing to talk about till after we handle this Saturday.
So provided everything goes to plan on Saturday, I can ask you after the fight?
Yeah, ask me after the fight, yeah.
Perfect, BJ. Thank you.
No problem, brother.